in this lecture, this is the last lecture of this chapter, okay, vector calculus. In this lecture, we'll see the applications of some theorems, okay, Green's theorem and okay, Green's theorem, Gauss theorems, and Stokes theorem. We'll see the applications of this theorem, okay. In the last part, in the last 10 minutes, if I have the time, means I will tell you what is the, the bonus part. In the bonus part, I will teach you what is practically what is this idea means. Okay, in the first, like in the first 45 minutes, as usual, we'll focus on the exam point of view. Let me teach you how to approach a problem, how to solve a problem. Okay, that is what our main focus is. In the first 45 minutes, let me teach you as per the plan. In the first 45 minutes, let me teach you how to approach a problem, how to solve a problem. And in the last 15 minutes, if the time permits, I'll teach you that basic, practical ideas. Okay. What is the Stokes theorem and what is the Green's theorem means? If I want to, like, for example, if I want to take a line integral of a closed path, this instead of the line integral, I can do a surface integral. It will enhances line integral to a surface integral. So that is nothing but using Stokes theorem. Instead of taking a line integral, I can do a surface integral. Stokes and Green's theorem. I'll teach you that. Okay. Then Gauss divergence theorem. What is the Gauss divergence theorem means? So instead of taking the flux, divergence already I given you a concept, right? So remember that concept. Okay. Then only you will understand this Gauss divergence theorem. Okay. So it will take a surface integral to a volume integral. A Gauss divergence theorem is nothing but it will, instead of a surface integral, you can get the same answer by a volume integral. Okay. So let us take this particular example. Okay. If a force vector is given by, otherwise a vector is given by x component of vector I plus y component of vector j plus z component of vector k. So last class itself, I told you don't get confused with fx. Some people think that fx is equal to dou f by dou x. No, it's not like that. Okay, what is fx truly means is it's simply x component of vector, that's all. So it can be any function of xyz. Okay, xyz I vector plus j vector is also f tilde xyz of j vector, y component of vector, then f cap xyz of k vector. The reason I'm using different f tilde and f cap is like there are all different functions, right? Even though they are functions of xyz, they are different functions. Just take as it is. Okay. So what is this theorem? What is this Green's theorem? And Green's theorem tell us is that, okay, this integral of, let me do the line integral with this closed path. The closed path is like x varies from 0 to 1. See, this is my line integral of C1. So x varies from 0, comma 0 to 1, comma 0. Then it varies from 1, comma 0 to 0, comma 1. Finally 0, comma 1 to 0, 0. So it is a closed, triangle. So for this closed triangle, so what are the equations? What are the line integral equations I can get? Here, this is nothing but y0. So the first line is nothing but y0. Okay, this line C3 is nothing but x0. Okay, x is 0 line. So what about this line C2? First to find the slope. The slope is nothing but m is equal to y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1, right? What is my y2 value? Y2 is 1 and y1 is 0, x2 is 0 and x1 is 1. So answer is minus 1. The slope is minus 1. The equation of straight line is y is equal to mx plus c. Okay, c is nothing but at where the straight line intercept y-axis. You should know this is very basic thing. Okay, this is a 12th max, but anyway, some people you might have forgot it. That's why I'm teaching you elaborately. So y is equal to minus x plus where this straight line intercept the y-axis. That is equal to 1. So this equation is nothing but y is equal to minus x plus 1. That is the C2 equation. C2 is equal to y is equal to minus x plus 1. This is C1. This is C3. These are all different line integral paths. Okay, the path of line integral. So instead of this, the entire line integral can be split into, closed path can be split into C1, C2, C3. As I mentioned to you yesterday. Okay, yesterday this property has been told to you. Okay, this line integral is nothing but simply a surface integral of dou fy by dou y, dou fy by dou x minus dou fx by dou y into dy dx. Simply this line integral can be taken into a surface integral of dou fy means y component of thing into dou x minus dou fx, the x component, by dou y into dx dy. This is nothing but Green's theorem. Okay, simply speaking, the integral of cyclic integral of f dot dr, f vector dA vector is nothing but area integral or surface integral of dou n by dou x minus dou m by dou y into dx dy. Usually I'll keep like this only because your integral will be nothing but m dx plus n dy. It will come something like this. Okay, your integral will be, it will come, usually I'll assume this kind of one, because it's easy for exam point of view, okay, to remember like a formula kind of thing. So this is like nothing but that coefficient of dx. This is nothing but coefficient dy. How did we arrive this equation? This equation arrived by f is equal to mi vector plus nj vector dot dr vector, which is dxi vector plus dyj vector. That's how we arrived this, right? You arrived this form by this only. From this is a previous thing. From like this only you arrived this form. Okay. Now, as per the Stokes theorem, what did I say? As per the Stokes theorem, surface integral of dou fy by dou x. So dou fy means this is what n is my fy. Okay. Dou fy by dou x means dou fy by dou x, that is dou n by dou x, minus then dou fx by dou y, dou fy by dou x, I have done it. Dou fx by dou y, this is fx, that is nothing by m. Dou m by dou y. Okay, remember the formula something like this, because this will be useful. Already I have given most of the previous calculus lecture and all, everything I have mentioned that as m and n. So it will be easy for you to follow the notes and remember the formula. Okay, just take this formula, integral of cyclic integral. Okay, it must be a closed path. For Green's theorem to work, the path should be a closed path, guys. So f dot dr is nothing but integral of dou n by dou x minus dou m by dou y into dx dy. Okay, so similarly the Stokes theorem, what it is telling, right? The Stokes theorem is nothing but the same cyclic integral of the closed path. F dot dr is nothing but a surface integral of curl of dot n cap into ds. Okay, curl f into dot n cap into ds. This is nothing but the Stokes theorem. Okay, Stokes theorem means curl f vector dot n cap into ds. Here n cap is nothing but this is my xy plane. This is where I'm doing the integral. Okay, that curl f. Okay, curl f means the projected area. If a surface, that's where I'm doing the integration means. Okay, this is nothing but the projected area. The projected area will always be in the xy plane. Surface normal to the xy plane, which is nothing but perpendicular to the plane of the paper. So something like, this xy means this n cap will be in the z direction. Okay, this n cap is always perpendicular to the plane of paper, which is n cap is always k vector. Assume like that. N cap is for a 2D thing. N cap is always k vector. Okay, it's nothing but a perpendicular to the plane of. See, this is my paper. Okay, it should be perpendicular to the plane of the paper, which means from your writing, right, your pencil direction is nothing but n cap, which is nothing but, since it is x and y, n cap is nothing but k vector. So just note down the formula. Simply, Stokes theorem, Green's theorem, everything is simply direct application. There is nothing there. If time permits, means I will tell you the intuition, the idea began, that the science began this, theorems. But as of now, just note down that f dot d vector is equal to integration of surface integral of curl f vector dot n cap into ds.